I'm Jim Collison, and this is a special edition of Called to Coach. We're chatting with our newly minted coaches fresh off the press that have completed the Accelerated Strengths Training course here in Omaha on May 9th, 2014, literally right off the press. Andy, you just came out of the course.
Just left the room, yeah.
You bet. Welcome and thanks. Do me a favor, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from and what you do, and then give us your top 5.
Yeah, my name is Andy+Sokolovich. I'm from Clinton, Iowa, so on the eastern edge of the state, right along the mighty Mississippi. And I own my own marketing firm, Bent Business Marketing.
Very cool. And tell us what your top 5 are.
My top 5 is strategic, futuristic, woo, ideation, and communication.
Very cool. Now, coming to, you were able to drive across to Omaha, but coming to Omaha, coming to the training, it's a significant investment in both time and money. What encouraged you to really come and do it? I mean, why a week and why now?
Well, StrengthsFinder was first handed to me about 18 months ago, and I took the assessment, and I reviewed the results, and then I just kind of put the book aside for probably almost a solid year until somebody asked me, the Clinton Area Chamber of Commerce president asked me about my top 5, and I said, you know what, I really couldn't tell you, so I went back, I looked, and then he sat down with me, and we really started seeing how it could impact my life both personally and professionally. And when I saw the results from just concentrating on my strengths, learning to manage my weaknesses, but really just concentrating on what I was good at, I was just blown away. And I knew right then and there that if this was a tool that had this massive impact on my life, that it would be able to share it with other people. And that's what I wanted to do with my life. My goal has always been to help others, and I saw this as a great stepping stone and a great tool to utilize.
Very cool. We give you tons of resources, a couple kits to take back with you. How do you plan when you go back? What happens on Monday? What's kind of your plan? How are you going to roll this forward? What would you like to use it for?
Well, I tell you what, the tools and the resources, it doesn't get more turnkey than this. I mean, really, you can leave this course, and within 48 hours, like you said, Monday, I could step in front of a large group of people and start passionately and accurately discussing strengths, and then have information to back it up. When I first came here, I was kind of concerned. I was like, well, I'm going to have to learn how to put together all these PowerPoints and provide all this information and tools and resources, and what happens if somebody asks me a question and I don't know the answer. But after 4.5 days here in Omaha, I'm not concerned at all. I have 2 big boxes of information that I can take with me and just go through it, and it's professional, it's well laid out, it's sturdy, it's not just a sheet of on paper, it's sturdy cardstock and some amazing resources, so well worth the investment indeed.
Very cool, and yeah, there is a lot of material you can just pull right out and just get
Absolutely.
going. We've got some video resources. Don't forget, we've got some video resources available for you, audio and video. You already have been listening to Called to Coach and Theme Thursday, but we'll remind folks we also provide ongoing information through those social platforms as well. Any personal moments of aha for you in this training? It sounds like, with you just kind of strengths 18 months ago, there might have been a learning opportunity for you personally. Did that happen during the course for you?
Absolutely. In my business development, when I started my marketing business roughly 2 years ago, I knew that I was really strong at some things when it came to business development, and other things I wasn't. For instance, taxes. So I filed an extension because if you look at my top themes, my signature themes, I really don't have a lot of executing themes, and I don't have input or anything like that. So for me to take a receipt and be able to file it somewhere was just not happening. It was from the pocket in the waste can. So I knew that there was something I need to leverage. So I was able to learn to leverage my wife's strengths. And now when I go back home, we're going to sit down and have a good discussion on how we can work together, utilize our strengths to better manage our business as it grows.
Oh, very cool. And she's going to have a lot of materials to access as well.
Oh yeah, she better be prepared for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, don't overwhelm her. Just let her ease into it a little bit. You came as part of a cohort. We always do these in big groups. Did you make some strategic relationships that you're going to stay in touch with, and how do you plan to do that?
Oh, my woo was live and in color for sure during this group discussion. I mean, we had 12 people in our class, but everybody, when we looked at our class dynamics at the end and we looked at our team report, we were very well rounded. Everybody brought something into the picture, and my woo stood out. I like to get one way that I use my woo is I like to break the ice. And when you sit in a group discussion, it can kind of be rigid, a little uncomfortable. before everybody gets to know each other. But I started cracking jokes and trying to lighten up the mood as soon as I could, and I think that allowed us to ease in and build some solid relationships. So yeah, we all swap business card, have each other's names and numbers, and we're definitely going to stay in touch.
Yeah, good. It's good advice, because you've made some lifelong friends there, and you have a whole coaching community to lean on as well. If you met somebody and they were going to ask you, hey Andy, well, why would I want to do this course? I'm on the fence. What's the value? What's maybe the number one thing you tell them that might push them off the fence and encourage them to come?
The investment's great because, like I stated earlier, it's turnkey. So if you know that you have a passion for helping other people, you just lack the resources, this is your solution to that problem. So you come to this course, you learn more about how you can help people and develop and kind of share a strengths-based development tool with the community or with your clients, your local organization. And all you're missing is those resources. You come here, you leave with them. You got it. You're ready to rock and roll day one. So yeah, if you're on the edge and you're worrying about a huge return on your investment, I guarantee you're going to see some massive returns on your investment through this course.
Really cool. That's always my favorite question to ask, because it really engages me as a Gallup employee. I'm like, sweet, what we do makes a difference. So
yeah, the content's great. We were actually kind of blessed to have Scott with us in the room, who was the developer of a lot of the content, and I was so amazed. I mean, the content's laid out step by step, even with the first or second step being check the audio-visual equipment in the room you're going to be presenting in. I mean, that's how far down it got distilled down to the area where you're planning on presenting. So great information.
Very cool. Well, Andy, we may get people watching this video in the future, and of course, all our coaching courses are available on our website. So I'll remind, if you are watching this video and you're wondering, hey, how do I participate in one of these courses? Best way to do it is to go to GallupStrengthsCenter.com. That's our site. Actually, all our coaching resources and StrengthsFinder codes and resources are available for you out there. If you do have a question about it, you can send us an email, coaching@gallup.com. Be sure to visit the coach's blog, and I know, Andy, you're plugged into this as well, coaching.gallup.com. Really everything, Facebook, YouTube,
yep,
love that stuff out there. We continue to try to support the coaches even after their training with all kinds of material that we produce every single week of the year, and so we appreciate it. Andy, thanks. It was great meeting you. Stay in touch via Facebook, and next time you're in Omaha, we'll have to, let me know a little bit earlier so I can hang out with you.
Yeah, will do, Jim. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
See ya.